Hey, this is Tim Bilecki, managing partner of Bilecki Law Group, and I'm here from Camp Humphreys, Korea, and you know where I'm coming at you, baby, with a big W. Once again, court-martial case out here in Camp Humphreys. It took a year and a half to get to trial, and after 4 days of trial, the jury came back, and it was not guilty of all specifications except for one simple assault charge for which our client received a reprimand. Let me tell you about what the government did in this case. They illegally seized evidence, which was suppressed by the court. They went and sent off documents over to the USISO lab. And even though there was absolutely no evidence against our client with this documentation that was sent over to the lab, they went forward anyways. They brought a known liar, a lieutenant colonel, a known liar, someone who was married with kids, who was out hooking up with an enlisted girl out in the Ville, drinking and driving. And all of these problems this officer had, submitting forged documents to CID. I can't even begin to tell you all of the problems this officer had. The government sponsored this witness to try to take down my client. And if we weren't there to cross-examine this lieutenant colonel, now see, this lieutenant colonel had no business wearing the uniform, who has no business even being in the military after the conduct he showed, then the military prosecutors would like to see my client in jail. But that didn't happen because we were able to expose the truth, that these allegations that they brought, which were completely bogus and completely false, that the jury saw through all that and found him not guilty of all of those serious charges. The only thing that was remaining was a simple assault for a slap. And let me tell you what, no one gets hit for nothing, okay? We put on a self-defense case. The jury convicted on that, even though there was, we believe, was self-defense. But they came back and they gave a reprimand. So I had a client who was facing nearly a decade in prison, and that's what the government wanted. They wanted him to get a dishonorable discharge or a dismissal. They wanted to put him in prison and take him away from his family. But we came out here and prevailed. So let me tell you one thing. If you're out in Korea especially, if you did something wrong or the government accuses you of something, you're done. You need to fight with everything that you have. You need to get someone who actually knows what the hell they're doing, who's willing to man up and fight against the government. Otherwise, they're going to try and take you out. And you don't realize it, but you're going to end up with an allegation one day. A year and a half later, you're going to be getting clinked up, locked off, and taken over to the confinement facility saying, what the hell happened? Don't trust the government. Don't trust these prosecutors. And don't trust the JAG office to do the right thing. Because if you don't step up and actually defend yourself and get someone who actually cares and defends you, you're gone. You're done. But this is just another example of how we win. Coming out here, we quarantined for 2 weeks. We had an entire team on this. And after a year and a half, you know who's filming this right now? My client is, and he's filmed it because he's here hanging out with me. We're gonna go out and get a drink, have a good time, because he's not locked up, which is what the government wants. So, Tim Bilecki out here at beautiful Camp Humphreys, where I used to be at, hitting you up with, yet again, another W.